Let's see how much rust comes out of here. Looking mean. Looking mean. That wide opening there, this is the Shelby style Valance. The bumper is now on there, held together, whereas before it was not. I got the frame fixed up as best as I could for today, and I am stoked on how this turned out. Look at how mean this car looks now, guys. That's a really cool upgrade for not a lot of money. And at the same time, I was able to strengthen the frame and get rid of a lot of rust. A lot of rust. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Jesse Does It. Today, I'm gonna try something a little bit different than I've done before. We're gonna make the car stronger. As you saw in my radiator video, I've got some rust in the frame, and today I'm gonna fix that, but I can't just fix something, I also have to make it better, right? So while I've got the front end tore apart, I've decided it's time for a Shelby style front Valance. I went ahead and just painted this black for now. This is the new frame pieces. I don't think I'm gonna use the whole thing. I'm gonna snip, snip, cut, cut, weld, weld, spray, spray, and just do what I need to do. But I think I'm gonna get the car lifted up to give us more room. We gotta take the front bumper off. Obviously, the front Valance has gotta come off in order to change it. And there's nothing wrong with this one, it's just boring and plain and blah. So we're gonna make it cool looking with the Shelby. I got a lot of work cut out for me. I don't know. I'm not excited about it. This isn't going to be a fun project, but let's try and make it fun. So we'll take the wheel off over here. This is where the frame damage is. And then we got to start taking the bumper off and go from there. Turn this light back off. It's on. So, wheel off, car up in the air, wheel off, front bumper off, Valance off, start cutting out rust, start welding in new metal, put it all back together, and then should be cool and good to go. We'll see you then. So I've got the wheel off, the car is up in the air. Now we can get a good look at what we're dealing with. As you can see, this is my problem area. This is the bumper bracket that holds the bumper on. It's no longer holding the bumper on. So we gotta get this out of the way. I'm gonna take these two bolts off. I don't think that they're connected to anything on the backside. Hopefully we can get them off with no problem and get access to this area that I'm gonna try and patch. It does look like it goes back pretty far, so this fuel line is probably gonna have to come out of the way. And I'm hoping I don't have to go terribly too far back. But we got to get this out of the way first. So I think first step is to get the bumper off, obviously. I'm going to try and get these, yeah, I should be able to get these all off. So take all these off here. I did order new ones. Get the bumper completely pulled out, and that should give us more room to work with. So let's try that first. Oh man, we're so close yet so far. There we go. And last one, bumper out of the way. Hey, that bracket magically came off the frame. Here, let me show you. Didn't have to worry about pulling bolts out, because guess what? It just came out. Turn some light on. Yeah, that's not good. We got some rust here, but we knew that, and that's what we're here to fix today. So the bumper is now off. the bumper's now off, and it's time to remove this valance. I think it's just going to be some bolts. I think they're going to come off nice and easy. I do need to go ahead and pull the lights out and get that out of the way, and then we'll be right back. So first thing I'm going to try and do is take these off right here. Now these are not actually nuts. They are kind of little press-on caps, but they do screw on and screw off. If I do that, I should be able to remove the light. Yeah, we're going to try that, because I honestly don't really know. I don't see any other way to disconnect the light. I really do think this needs to screw out, so I'm going to have to try that first, because there's no quick connect on these wires, and it has to come out that way. So another issue I'm seeing is the new Valance does not have this area. Unless I'm wrong, I don't think it has this trim ring area. I think it just literally has a hole. So I don't see what's holding that on at all. It must be just glued on. I might have to check YouTube on this. Be right back. All right, so I was wrong, and if you follow this wire all the way up into here, I don't think you can see. There you go, you can see there is some connectors up in there. So with how difficult it is to get to that with the Valance on, I'm going to take off all the bolts, take the Valance off, drop it down, and then I should be able to unplug those, and then I'll worry about how to get the turn signals actually off. I know this is going to come off, and then I think the whole thing's going to go through. I don't know how I'm going to get this piece right here onto the new Valance. I have to figure that part out. But if nothing else, we just won't have turn signals today, but we're going to move forward. All right, see you. And the Valance is off. Like I said, there is connectors. Turn the light on. So unplug these, one on each side. Like that. Like that. And she is off. So when I lay that down, this is what I'm talking about. I have the hole for turn signals here, but that cup that holds the turn signal in is not here. I think it's just probably glued on. So we'll pry that off and go from there. But next step is the big problem, which would be the rusty front frame. So here we are now. Yeah, this is no bueno. So we're gonna get this all cleaned out. Get this all cleaned out and try our best to put new metal back in. It's crunchy. All right, this is bad, guys. This is bad. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to actually properly repair this one, because it goes back to here as well. And you can see somebody has done a patch here. And unfortunately, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do in this area. I don't want to take the brake lines off right now. I know that's lazy, I understand. I think I'm gonna go over top and do a patch in that area as best as possible. And this is crumpled. I mean, really, this whole front frame needs replaced. I'm just trying to put it back together as best as I can at this point. So I'm gonna keep cutting away. Yay. let's see how much rust comes out of here. Oh, look, acorns. So here's what I've come up with for my patch panel for today. Now, this is not permanent forever. Yeah, there's rust inside here. I don't know. I can't get in there too well with the tools I have, the space I have, the time I have. So unfortunately, this is going to be what it is. There's still a chance I might come in here and try to patch from the inside. I mean, there is really good metal on both sides. It's just this one small area where these two holes are. So it doesn't travel back further. It doesn't travel forward. Everything up here is good. And yes, right here is a couple little holes as well. I just don't have much room. And honestly, I don't have much time. However, where I'm at now, I have my patch panel. That's going to fit there. Again, it still doesn't address further back, but it's far better than what it was, and it will last for a lot longer than if I wasn't to do this. And it also gives me a spot to mount my bumper, which was the main goal today. So I'm going to keep moving forward, see if I if I can find out a way to do the inside or not. I mean, if I'm going to do it, now would be the time. Yeah, I don't know. Going to keep thinking on that one. So for now, sorry guys, that's what's gonna have to be. I couldn't get my angle grinder in there to cut that backside out. I can't clean up that rust as good as I would like to weld to it. Unfortunately, for now, that's what it is until I figure out a better situation or watch a few videos on how to actually do this, or feel like actually tearing the whole front end apart, because there's a lot that has to come off in order to actually replace that subframe. So that's what we're doing for now. I got the piece all mocked up, all the metal cleaned up that I'm going to weld to. So we're going to go ahead and get that started. All right. So you get the picture. I'm going to weld this all in. I don't want to ruin my GoPro lens by keeping the camera up there. So find a better spot for the GoPro, get this all welded up, painted up, and go from there. All right, so there we are. Not perfect, not terrible. I do wish I could have gone back further, but that is not something I have time for, or didn't really. Honestly, I should have, but I didn't plan on doing that today. So this was a project for another day. Somehow I'll have to bring the frame all the way back, patch that area. But this is so much better, so much stronger. And now I have a spot to put the bumper. So I did paint some rust inhibitor on the inside. I'm going to do the same thing on the outside. Yes, it still has holes, but is it far better than it was? Yes, it is. So there we are. Paint this down, start putting everything back together, and see how it all looks. All right, so I figured it out. This comes off by taking these two little screw caps off. Take those two screw caps off, the back side pops out, the front side goes together. So basically it holds itself together in there. So cool, I'm gonna go ahead and do the second side, swap that to the new one, put the new one on. We have our bumper brackets all in place now. These are nice and tight like before they were not, because now they have something to bolt to. So awesome there, and gonna keep moving. Okay, so I'm fitting up the front VALANCE and it doesn't fit up. I don't know what I was thinking, that fiberglass was just going to magically bolt right on with no problems. Let's take a look what I've got so far. Clearly, this is not lining up at all. I'm really having fitment issues here. The gap here is huge. But I think the first step is it's hitting here pretty hard. So I'm going to notch this, because there's a gap here. So notch this, which will allow it to come backwards more, and I think that would help this spot go back to where it belongs to. Now, the good thing here is that fiberglass does have some movement to it, and yes, I can kind of push it and pull it. It's going to take a lot of tweaking, but I'm going to cut that little piece out first. Let's see here, I'll put some light on here. I'm going to notch this out for this bracket here. That will allow this to sit back a little bit more, and I think that's going to help things here, because I mean, this is sitting out too far forward. It needs to go backwards. So let's try that, and then see what else I can do. I'm going to do that first. All right, so that helped a lot. Kind of fudged the cut there, but with a little spray paint, I think that will fix it. That now has room in there. These are fitting nicer. This now tucks behind here. And now my main problem is just the outside, but I think, like I said, there is room to fudge this around. So I'm gonna work on fudging it around. Yeah, I mean, this will bend. So fudge it around, get this up where it belongs, get that line cleaned up on both sides, and then play with the bumper. So I have no clue how that's going to fit now that the bumper brackets are actually held in place. Let's see. All right, so we got it. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Like I said, this will never be a show car. After some paint, you can't see my crappy cuts in there. The opening is pretty much straight. I think the opening is straight enough. Time will tell after I back it out, but we got the gap as close as I possibly can. I might fudge this a little bit. The other side is far better. Yeah, we're good here. All that looks great. So now it's time to mount the bumper and see how it looks. All right, let's get that done. Looking mean. Looking mean. Okay, well, it's not absolutely awful. Let's get a few bolts shoved in here. Looks like that side needs to come down. And this side needs to come up That explains why there was washers under this. You know, I did order a brand new bumper bolt kit. We might as well use it. I mean, that is pretty dang straight across the board. So all that's left is these little nuts on the back side with the lock washers. Tighten that down, and then we can go ahead and put the turn signals in too. I mean, I'm not a body guy. Not a body guy by any means. From 5 feet away, I think this looks pretty good. Shoot, from up this close, it looks pretty good. All right, find my socket and tools and put this back together. Oh, since we didn't talk about it, what I did to get the Valiance to fit was drill a couple new holes on the corners of where they mounted, and that fixed my problem for the most part. Not the end of the world. Drill a couple new holes in some fiberglass. It's all good. Well, I want to listen to music, and I don't want to bore you with this stupid stuff. So I'm going to turn the camera off, put the music back on, bolt this all together, and then we'll be back. And we're done. So, is it perfect? No. But guess what? I'm pretty stoked on how it turned out. Let's take a look. Before you had the front license plate, you had a boring, regular Valiance that was dirty and crusty. Yes, it's black. Eventually, the whole car needs to be painted, but for now, it looks really, really cool. That wide opening there, this is the Shelby style Valiance. The bumper is now on there, held together, whereas before it was not. I got the frame fixed up as best as I could for today, and I am stoked on how this turned out. Look at how mean this car looks now, guys. It just brought the front end to a whole nother level. Is it Eleanor? No, that's not the look I'm going for. I'm still trying to keep it stock-ish, but that's a really cool upgrade for not a lot of money. And at the same time, I was able to strengthen the frame and get rid of a lot of rust. A lot of rust. Anyways, we're done for today. Stoked on how it turned out. I've been wanting this for a while, and I love how it opens up the front end, and I love the look that it gave it. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in to me. If you like what you see, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Till the next project, I am Jesse with Jesse Does It. Tune in to see what we do next. Peace.